Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your man, Brother Devin, and today I am doing the final lecture for the month, and that is the roots and origins of true Satanism. All right. Uh, um. Now I want to make y'all aware that this lecture is going to be a little long because we have quite a few topics to cover. All right. So not only are we going to be touching on the root and true origins of not only are we going to be touching on the roots and origins of true Satanism, but I'm also going to be touching on um the 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 metaphysics of the black race, which I also have a PDF of via Joy of Satan. Um, and I also have a pamphlet on the Kemetic gods, or the Egyptian gods, and the black race, as the pamphlet labels it. All right, but before we begin the lecture, let's do our circle of knowledge. All right, let's get started on that. Give me 1 minute. All right. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Oh no! Don't tell me I removed it. Hold up. Find this. Find this. This. But that's okay. Even if it is removed, I still remember most of the circle of knowledge. All right, but I'm gonna keep looking for it until I find it. But if it's not there, I'm not gonna keep hounding just to search for it. Ah, here it is. Okay. It goes a little something like this. The space inside the circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I... Okay, repeat after me, subscribers. The space inside the circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted within this circle. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Put two fingers in a circle because that will represent and resemble your circle of knowledge within your own circumference of in the enlightenment and educational awareness. Okay, so we're gonna start from the top one more time. The space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted within this circle. I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. And with that, we say Ashe. All right? Now I would go into what I do, but I'm just going to summarize it. My job as a metaphysical and occult science teacher is to teach you how to use your own soul and spirit to go beyond the physical limits of human thinking. Okay? and to also, and now where the occult aspect comes in at, it's also about teaching you how to use the hidden spiritual abilities of your own spiritual and or subconscious mind. So to be metaphysical means to go beyond the physical or experience a life hereafter. Okay? And the word occult means hidden or hidden culture. It has nothing to do with Western occultism, because Western occultism teaches you that everything is so-called evil and negative. Not in our case, especially with the lecture that we'll be doing today. All right. So let me read this part and then we can get started. Remember this: when you have told so many lies on top of each other over the centuries, that telling the truth about one of your early foundational lies would unravel all the lies that have been defensively piled on top of it, thus exposing you for what you truly are. You have no choice but to continue to lie when your ability to maintain your control over another's reality is based on the lies about what you are and who they are. You can never tell the truth. And this is from Dr. Ray Hagins. He's also a spiritual chief and leader of the African Village and Cultural Center in here in Atlanta, Georgia, and formerly his headquarters was in St. Louis, Missouri. So shout out to the people and future subscribers of St. Louis, and on behalf of myself, welcome to my occult lecture channel. And as I always, um, and as I, oh wait, let me read this next part. Dr. Ray Higgins also shares this quote, which is one of my new favorites. He says, "When my faith does not line up with the facts, I need to get rid of the faith." In other words, if if your religious beliefs do not line up with what is re, re, religiously and if okay if your religious beliefs do not line up with what is historically and scientifically evident, then you need to let go of that information, because it's indoctrinating you to think and believe in the lies that you were taught in Western culture, especially in occultism. Most people don't know that there's such thing as Western occultism, just as there is Eastern. I myself prefer Eastern and Eastern esoteric occult knowledge and science. That's the way to go. That's the way to go anyway. Whether than better than Western anyway, because everything is about everything is about the divine reality from within being manifested from outside one's individual self, and only you have the power to create that reality. Okay, so let's get on with the lecture. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. Almost went off the um lecture circuit here. Okay, so before we go into the roots and the true origins, yeah, before we go into the roots and the origins of true Satanism, let's first of all have my Siri computer read to us what true Satanism is, and if she talks just a little too fast, I'll be able to read at least some of it, so you know the upcoming things that I'll teach other than my own stuff. Oh, and now that I just mentioned that, some stuff I teach will be external information, stuff that some might be familiar with, some might not, and then my other methods of teachings is esoteric learning, because some, if not most, information you don't need to learn from books, okay? Because books only tell you what man says about a subject. It's not directly from the soul or the spiritual selves. It's it's not directly from your soul or your spiritual selves itself. Okay, it's coming from a, 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 a external source, and it's being subconsciously programmed into you. That's not true spirituality. That would be basic. That would be basically that would be basically spiritually genetically modified uh, information. Okay, it's not it's it's not natural from the supernatural point of view. All right, and my soul just lit up just by me saying that. All right, so let's go into what spiritual Satanism or what theistic Satanism is. All right, and I want to be open and honest. Yes, I am metaphysical and occult minded, as well as metaphysical and occult centered. Yes, I am uh, highly um, I'm highly well rounded in black theosophical and black theological studies, but I'm also a black theistic Eastern occult black Satanist. Oh yeah, yeah, my soul just lit up on that. All right, okay, cool. All right, so let's begin. Let's begin with if I could find the pamphlet. I need to get better at starting my lectures, man. Damn it. I should see Baphomet's face on the pamphlet. All right. That's something else. Okay. Excuse me. Asha, Asha, Ashe. Esa is Ashe backwards, y'all. All right. And I'm being my black spiritual satanic self today. All right. Oh, I'll do a whole nother video on why I believe in celestial beings outside of myself when I'm fully aware that I am a metaphysical and occult being. And yes, I'm fully aware of it, but there's a there's a reason why I'm using my external site for that as well, and I'm gonna do a totally separate video on that. I might go live and talk about that, or I might do a video. I don't know. We'll see what my soul wants to do real soon. But for now, let's get started on the lecture. So as I said in the beginning of this, before I go into the true origins. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go into the roots and the true origins of true Satanism, let's let's listen to what true Satanism or spiritual Satanism, aka theistic, not atheistic, but theistic Satanism is. Excuse me. All right, let's play.
Spiritual Satanism differs from Laveyan Satanism. We are aware of the existence of Satan Lucifer as an actual being. We are not atheists. In spite of major discrepancies, the Church of Satan, founded 1966 by Anton Sander LaVey, presently takes an atheistic stance as far as external deities are concerned, and views Satan as only an archetype. In light of new knowledge based upon hundreds of hours of intense and in-depth research, we have discovered the following. 1. Satan is our true creator God. YHVH, otherwise known as Jehovah by the deluded, is a false entity. YHVH stands for the four elements and corners in the popular Jewish systems of magic that are available to the public.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna cut off my mic and I'll replay it again. Let's go.
Spiritual Satanism differs from Laveyan Satanism. We are aware of the existence of Satan Lucifer as an actual being. We are not atheists. In spite of major discrepancies, the Church of Satan, founded 1966 by Anton Sander LaVey, presently takes an atheistic stance as far as external deities are concerned, and views Satan as only an archetype. In light of new knowledge based upon hundreds of hours of intense and in-depth research, we have discovered the following. 1. Satan is our true creator God. YHVH, otherwise known as Jehovah by the deluded, is a false entity. YHVH stands for the four elements and corners in the popular Jewish systems of magic that are available to the public too. The character Jesus Christ is fictitious and was stolen from some 18+ pagan legends of a god hanging. from a tree, such as Odin, then being resurrected, and is another description of the alchemical operation of transforming the soul, death and then resurrection. The Nazarenism has never been anything more than a tool to remove all true spiritual knowledge and disarm the populace of their spiritual powers. Humanity has paid to the tune of trillions upon trillions of dollars, and with sickness, misery, and suffering due to the removal of this knowledge. Spiritual knowledge was systematically destroyed, twisted, and corrupted to spiritually and financially enslave us all. By force-feeding the populace that the Nazarene is a real entity, those at the top have maintained control and have wreaked untold wealth and power. 3. True Satanism preceded Christianity by thousands of years and is based upon total transformation of the soul. Christians are deluded into accepting Jesus Christ and living saved, which is all false. Everything in the Christian religion is false, and we prove this beyond all doubts. The Christian saved hoax is based upon stolen and corrupted knowledge of alchemy, where one truly works spiritually to transform one's soul into Godhead. Many traditional Satanists worship Satan Lucifer. Some acknowledge him as a friend and do not worship. We respect individuality and personal choices. One's relationship with Satan Lucifer is up to the individual, as Satanism values free thought and individuality. Satan is the bringer of knowledge. The goal of spiritual Satanism is to apply this knowledge and transform our souls into Godhead, as was originally intended by our Creator God Satan. Unlike most religions, spiritual Satanism encourages one to question everything. Being one's personal best and exceeding limitations are the essence of spiritual Satanism, and this begins with using one's brains to their Spiritual Satanism does not in any way conflict with science. We strongly encourage and support all scientific knowledge and inquiry. We are well aware humanity is dangerously behind in scientific knowledge and understanding due to centuries of oppression by Christianity. We believe that all spiritual and paranormal phenomena can be scientifically explained in a rational manner. Scientific knowledge has not yet progressed far enough to comprehend or explain much of the so-called supernatural. There are no mediators in spiritual Satanism. We strongly encourage our people to interact one-on-one with Satan. The ministry is here for guidance and support only. One's relationship with Satan is between that individual and Satan. We take the stance of responsibility to the responsible. We place no limitations on knowledge or personal power and do everything we can to make all knowledge available to everyone, not just a select few who are a self-appointed elite as with other religions. Satan encourages self-study, learning, direct experience. Most spiritual Satanists make a commitment to Satan. The commitment is very important because Satan protects us as we work to advance our powers. Those who go it alone or without any spiritual protection often meet with disaster. Once one makes a commitment, demons often guide us and work with us to help us advance. Unlike right-hand path religions, spiritual Satanism encourages action. Satan wants his people to live life to the fullest and to evolve. Satan is always there for us, but as we progress, he expects us to handle things, as we are able to, for ourselves, using our own powers. Christianity and its cohorts deliberately make cripples out of people. Christians forever rave about how their Nazarene has healed people. These people remain as slaves because they are never taught how to, nor are they required to heal themselves or others. The Nazarene archetype stands for slavery, servitude, and enduring endless abuse in order to program humanity to be the perfect slaves in a new world order. The Nazarene places total emphasis on the afterlife in order to create the mindset that the life we are now living does not matter. This frame of mind is essential for enduring all kinds of abuse for the benefit of a few. It has served us well. This myth of Christ. Pope Leo X. 1475 to 1521. As for the so-called miracles connected with Christianity, any healings have been very few and far in between. These are also based upon allegories related to transforming one's soul. Any human being with spiritual knowledge and power can accomplish all of the feats attributed to the Nazarene in the Bible, and more. Most Christians are unaware that they are dealing with nefarious aliens, enemy Nordics also known as angels, and another ET race known as the Greys. who put up a show every now and then to give credibility to the lie. With the New Age practitioners, many call upon angels for assistance and learn nothing. The same theme of human ignorance and powerlessness prevails. Satan Lucifer is the true creator God of, and the great liberator of humanity. He does not fear humans having spiritual power and knowledge because he is truthful and has nothing to hide. Satan gives us the knowledge to become independent and free. He directs us to be masters of our own lives and destinies. Satan and his demons are always there to help us when there are things we cannot yet handle. Satan keeps his promises. He is consistent and loving with his own. Satan stands for freedom, strength, power, and justice. Satan shows us it is not okay for us to take abuse. He shows us that we are deserving of pleasure. Happiness and a better